Y'all, we're freaking doing it. We are doing it. We are unifying. We are unifying. We are bringing in the new earth. There are so many beautiful energies that are being resurrected right now and anchored down onto this planet. Some of them resurrected, some of them completely brand new. Like, this is brand new alchemy that's happening, okay? Okay. I have a beautiful message for you all today. Welcome. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kara, and I am a psychic empath, a seer, I suppose, the galactic oracle. I channel messages from the divine to serve your highest and greatest good. And I've been picking up on this new energy lately. This, as we enter this new chapter, there's a lot of work to be done, and so a lot of us are being called into action right now. There are a lot of energies on the planet that are allowing people to awaken. Many of you watching may or may not, 111, as I just looked up and saw that, many of you may or may not know that there are two distinct sort of timelines or collectives. Collectives, ding, ding, ding. My guides prefer the word collectives. There are two distinct collectives, at least two, on this planet right now. And it has begun to split enough that we're definitely diverging. The split doesn't seem to be totally done, but basically what's happening right now is some of us, there's one collective that's going to be inhabiting the new earth, and another collective that will not be coming along with us. And so this split is happening right now. And with this massive change brings basically a whole new chapter. Part of this is finding unity. What once was two is becoming one. Duality, polarity. It's learning to harmonize, to unify within our being and radiating out into the cosmos. Now, my guides are saying it's much more complicated than that. This is an oversimplification of a very complex spiritual message. Quantum physics is highly involved. There are even new energies sitting with me right now that I'm not familiar with. The color red is very significant to this reading, and I feel some sort of like fire dragon around me right now. Also the color black, and so it's really giving volcano. Like a volcano seems very prevalent. Brand new energies. So let's dive into this message, okay? I've already pulled a couple cards for us from this Oracle of a Dragonfey deck, as well as from my Thoth deck. Thoth is the Egyptian god of magic, writing, the moon, science, philosophy, all that. He's super badass. I love him. And I just did a traditional spread, like sort of the cardinal directions. I recently posted a video inspired by the winds of change. So we did north, south, east, and west. Basically doing that again, but noting the additional meanings of the spread, which is past energy, future energy, conscious energy, subconscious, with a topic card in the middle. So we already have that. I've been sitting in this energy. I'll let you know what the cards say. Let me give you a rundown. Basically what's happening. I kind of already did that, but more specifically, we're moving on from this like rageful feminine energy. So first of all, like only queens and princesses came out. Only feminine cards came out. The only card that came out that doesn't have a sort of gender associated with it is the Two of Cups. Every other card on this spread, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards, 7 out of 8 of them have a woman on them, okay? Okay, so, yeah, like queens, princesses, y'all. It's the divine feminine here making herself known. Hell yeah, she's being resurrected. So that's very powerfully coming through in this message. We are, the divine feminine aspect of this collective is rising, reinstating herself as part of the whole. We are taking our power back right now through this resurrection, and ultimately this harmonization of all of the energies in the galaxy, feminine and masculine, coming together. But the feminine is learning a massive lesson right now. And remember, we all have feminine and masculine energies within us. So the feminine aspect of you is learning a really important lesson right now. We're moving away from this Queen of Wands energy, which is this ferocious curiosity, this courage. She knows who she is. She can be a little bit wrathful. She's represented by the lion, by the cat. She has a very strong intuition. But I'm seeing her as almost this, like, I'm not power hungry isn't the right way to say it, but I'm seeing her as like, she feels like she has to assert her power in this dominating and wrathful or ferocious way, because she's coming from a place where she didn't have power for a really long time. And I feel like this is what the feminine energy in the collective had to do. We had to step into our Queen of Wands first, burn away what does not serve us with the element of fire here, and force the world to know that we are here. We have voices, we have power. The feminine is not dead. The feminine is not submissive. We are destructive. We are wrathful just as much as we are nurturing and creative. So that's what we're moving away from, though, is this energy. It still exists. It still exists. But what we're able to do now that we've established that is move into this Queen of Discs, who is looking over her land, cultivating, much more focused on the home, and preparing the land. So it really speaks of Mother Earth and a beautiful relationship between humans and Mother Earth. I think it's fascinating too that we still have, with the Queen of Wands, there's a lot of fire energy. So like Leo, Aries, whatever other fire sign there is, please forgive me, Sagittarius? I don't know. I need to study a little bit more of astrology. But we do have a ram here, which is the Aries symbol. So despite this being Earth and coming through with a lot of what I pick up on as Taurus and maybe some Virgo energy, I think, I don't know the astrology very well, but it's Earth, y'all. But the point is, we still have Aries here. We still have Aries represented here. So she's still with us. We're just sort of repurposing her or reassigning her in a way. It's beautiful, beautiful new horizons. And something that I recognized as well, and then eventually I'll get onto the channeled messages, but we gotta trust the flow, okay? We gotta trust the flow. What I've realized with this transition as well, from this Queen of Wands to this Queen of Pentacles, is it instantly reminded me of a story in Egyptian mythology, which is appropriate. These are the Egyptian deck, okay? So there are 3 goddesses which are very closely associated in the Egyptian religion: Hathor, Sekhmet, and Bastet. Hathor was the oldest, the first goddess to arise, I believe, and she's represented by the hippopotamus and by the cow. She is a mother. All three of these goddesses are mothers. They all represent fertility, and they all have healing and protective qualities to them as well. But essentially, this lineage of goddesses, which is united by the energy of Venus, they have changed and morphed over time in response to the cultural changes. This is my observation. I haven't professionally studied this, and I haven't read enough scientific papers to see what the actual scientists and archaeologists who study this topic, historians, I haven't looked in enough to know. But this is my opinion, my sense of this, my intuition from what I do know tells me that these 3 goddesses, Hathor, Sekhmet, Bastet, they all stem from this Venus energy, and the way that they've changed over time very much seems to mirror the values that we've had in human cultures over time. And so we started with Hathor, who is very agriculturally focused. She's good at cultivating things. She enjoys good beer. She'd show up to your party, but that party would be to celebrate the harvest, to celebrate the healthy, fertile soils, to celebrate the flooding of the Nile, all of that. So, right, she's the hippo living in the Nile, as well as the cow representing abundance as well as fertility. She's very calm, graceful, badass, and beautiful. Okay, she is a mother. She's a mother. And I see a lot of her energy here in this card. Even their crowns has 2 horns. The crown that she wears, Hathor's crown, looks not quite like this, but similar enough that it's reminding me of it. And then later, after Hathor, so there's this myth that Sekhmet, who is also a mother, also fertility, but much more warlike. She is a healer and a warrior in one. She represents the ferocious, the warlike, destructive nature of the divine feminine. I love her so much. The beautiful reminder that destruction and creation are always coexisting. They have to. They always do. Even in the body, when you're healing a wound, you have to destroy the bad stuff first before you can create new cells to fill that gap, to mend, to heal. Okay, Sekhmet knows this. And so there's one myth in Egyptian mythology that Sekhmet was created from Hathor, that she's actually a version of Hathor who basically kind of lost her shit one day and went crazy and went on a killing spree, and then I believe Ra had to come in and subdue her by tricking her into drinking beer. She thought it was blood, but it was actually beer. So she was bloodthirsty. She went and drank a bunch of blood. It was actually beer. She fell asleep in a cave, and they were able to subdue Sekhmet. So that's the myth that she kind of came. One belief that she came from Hathor. And so for a while they coexist, and then Bastet, I don't really know when Bastet came around, but Bastet is also very closely related to Sekhmet, as well as Majet, I think that's how you say it, which is a god of a goddess, or a god, I don't quite know, but justice and law. And so Bastet is a cat, whereas Sekhmet is a lion. Bastet is thought to be this she's almost kind of like the more docile version of Sekhmet. She will slice you if she needs to. Okay? She's a mother. She's very protective, but she's less likely to run out into battle, leading the troops, as opposed to Sekhmet, who might, who would happily do that. And so basically what we've seen over time is we went from Hathor then to Sekhmet, and initially Bastet was even portrayed with a lion as opposed to a domesticated cat. And so we had this ferocious, this Queen of Wands energy really, really coming out in society, really coming out in the world, this ferocious feminine power. I am destroyer, I am nurturer, all wrapped in one. Hathor always existing on the side as well. Not on the side, in the forefront, but you know what I mean, just coexisting. And then we see Bastet turn docile. Sekhmet feels forgotten to me. Feels forgotten. I've loved Egyptology my whole life, and I never heard about her. And essentially, a long-winded way. I hope you found that interesting. If not, there's timestamps. You could have skipped ahead if you wanted to. But in essence, what I am seeing here in these cards is the resurrection to this Hathorian type of energy, a return to Hathor. So we're moving away from that ferocious, fiery, that Sekhmet, which still exists. She's still with us here. She's still with us, that fire. But we're kind of returning, because for a long time it wasn't safe or validating, frankly, for women. I'm not talking about the divine feminine, but women, people who their biological sex or their gender expression is of a female, right? It wasn't safe or validating for a long time to lean into the domestic identity. I mean, it was safe because that's what was expected of you, but in terms of your mental well-being and the whatever, how do I say this? For a long time, recently in history, we've kind of had to abandon this, female being domestic, focusing on the home, focusing on agriculture, focusing on these family sort of minded tasks, keeping a community together. We had to lean into this fire to fight for that. Okay, 144, as I say that, we've had to lean into the fire. Separating ourselves, some of us who wanted freedom, who could see the oppression like we've had to separate ourselves from that kind of home life identity. That's why there's so many women starting their own businesses now, so many launching careers, you know, be it CEOs, like whatever. There's a lot more women in the workforce now, probably because of this, right? Well, now the energies are clearing up in a way that we can reintegrate this Hathor part of ourself, but in a healthy way that doesn't cause the Sekhmet part, the Sekhmet and the Bastet, the warrior, the destructive part, to disappear. Ding, ding, ding. The bells of confirmation going off clairaudiently. So this is a beautiful unification coming through. I encourage you to look into these goddesses if you feel called. Now feels really as well like the time of Bastet. Bastet's coming back. Let me find that signal. This just came in. I wasn't expecting to show this to you. 11555. That's been relevant as well. We're moving in from 4 to 5. So Bastet is the cat. This just came in yesterday. A little message that it's really, really healthy to like write random things, like really important things down on a random piece of paper. This is what I do. And then we put it somewhere important later. It says, it's time to turn to Bastet. She's a version of you. I'm noting that to the Greeks, Horus was her twin. She didn't have a twin, but the Greeks assigned her one, and it was Horus, if you know who that is. He's the son of the goddess Isis, represented by a hawk, very closely associated with Ra, the sun god. So Bastet is all about protection, fertility, motherhood, and she is also a bringer of good health. So she's very much a protector of the home. So I really feel this protector of the home with the Bastet coming in, who's also a freaking warrior. She'll do what she needs to do to protect her children, to protect her family, but she's going to do it in a little bit more of an elegant way, maybe in a quiet way than Sekhmet would, who's like gonna make herself known. Okay, we love them both. So Bastet and Hathor, really, really beautiful integration and unification of the whole. For some reason, oatmeal just came to my mind. Porridge. It's making me think of Goldilocks. Yeah, like not too cold, not too hot, but just right, just in the middle. That's kind of what's happening. That's kind of what's happening right now. So that's how that energy is moving. Let's go over my channeled notes real quick. So the Galactic Federation is very present in this transition. The Galactic Federation is very present. They're guiding this transition. There is a divine plan. In fact, our middle card here is this beautiful card. It's so disorganized today. I appreciate your patience and understanding. I'm just showing you the cards as I feel called, I suppose. This was our middle card, sort of the topic card that I pulled from this dragon, the Dragon Fae deck. Beautiful Queen Unag. It says a brilliant solution is on its way. And actually, as I was shuffling, I saw this butterfly in my mind's eye, which is this. It's just this beautiful illustration of like how energy works. We really can see it in spirit before it materializes out in the world, and it's happening more and more readily. So notice how she has her third eye and her throat chakras illuminated. The truth is becoming clear to her, and she's speaking on it. This card, it says a brilliant solution is on its way, and it's all about how you have all of the resources that you need. You have all of the resources that you need inside you. They already exist. It's about using your mind to come up with a solution and not racking your brain, why haven't I thought of it yet? But actually finding stillness and allowing the solution to just flow through you, to flow from within you, because it's already within you. It's already here. God speaks through you every second of every day, all the time. This is reassuring us that everything going on right now, all of the turmoil, all of the chaos, all of the pain, all of the lessons that you are learning and that you are so bravely asserting yourself upon, overcoming, oh my goodness, it all is according to this divine plan. Yes, it is. Divine justice. I just heard divine justice is on its way. Divine justice is on its way. I've been hearing that a lot today. Divine justice. So, this message essentially is about what to expect. That's what I kind of started with. What to expect in the upcoming season. Touching on our doubts and our fears. Yeah, there's a lot of doubts and fears, but there's also hope on the horizon. Hope on the horizon. Cultivating our new earth, honey. That's what we're freaking doing, okay? 222 is a relevant number here. Spirit said to me, the survival of humanity is paramount to our success as a galaxy and as a galactic tribe. Brothers and sisters. So there's this energy of wiping the slate clean. There's a fresh start coming in here. There is this energy of do-overs. Do-overs coming in heavily. And I'm going to probably pull a card. I'm going to pull a card to see what we mean by that. Because I wasn't sure if it was like, can we have do-overs? Is that what's happening? Is this do-over? Like, what do you mean? So do-overs. And then there's this energy of the hamster wheel. A hamster wheel analogy. We've had our minds spinning. It's this karmic energy of we've been going through the same cycles over and over again. Well, they're rearing their heads again so that we can deal with it and exit the cycle this time. The Spirit is saying forming new thought loops. Forming new thought loops. Reprogramming your mind. And then a channeled song came in. You spin my head right round, when we go down, when we go down, down. Okay, that's Right Round by Florida. You spin my head right round when we go down. Multiple meanings there. Of course, we have the mind spinning. You spin my head right round. When we go down can either refer to going down into your subconscious. It can also refer to the fall of institutions, the falling away of social norms that we knew, of people that we idolized, ideas that we had about ourselves. These things can get your head spinning. They can get your head spinning, and I'm hoping that you can find clarity by knowing that all the solutions are within you. 212 on the timer there. All the solutions are within you. This is divinely guided. This is a plan. This is a plan, and ultimately we're going towards unity. We are one with Bridget coming out here. This wasn't part of the spread. I split the dragon deck and she came out. But this is another very overarching theme of this entire message. We are headed towards unity. Unity. We have the Two of Cups, and we are one. So the Two of Cups landed in reverse in the position of the South, which is also the summer and the subconscious. I'm reading it like that right now. So subconsciously, what's happened is, oh my God, I'm just seeing this right now. It landed in reverse. The one splitting into two. The two different collectives, 2, 3, 4 on the timer. One going into two. What once was one is now two. The multiple collectives splitting off there. Okay? And the reason that all of this transition is happening too is because we seek unity. Right now we're at a point where it seems like the only way that unity is possible for whatever collective you're in is to split off from parts of us that like are not. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work. There's something like that happening. So yeah, the underlying motivation for this is that we want to unify. We want to find our Two of Cups. We crave this unification. We crave harmony within ourselves and with others around us. And it's significant that it's landing in the summer as well, the South in the summer. The summer, of course, is the hottest month if you live in the Northern Hemisphere. So that dual nature of summer was really coming in. Like, depending on where you live in the world, during summer, things are either most alive or they're more dead than ever. I think it's highlighting this polarization. There are certain things that need to burn away. There are certain things that the sunlight, it will be too hot for them. They'll dry up and they'll die, okay, with a lack of water because you don't, So water is representing our emotions here. If you're not flowing with your emotions, if you're not in touch enough with your emotions, you'll dry up in the hot, hot sun. Okay, this light that's coming to illuminate everything. So that's underlying. Spirit is saying to me now, we're forming new timelines. We're making way for the new. We're making way for the new. I'm hearing every decision that you make is paramount to your success. Every decision that you make, it's paramount to the new earth. Data, Spirit is saying to me, data is being collected constantly. We are hardwiring yourselves for this new earth. Let it be known that you are not who you think you are. All will be revealed in due time. And I'm feeling a green dragon coming in with that. Oh, and actually the green dragon. Okay, interesting. So the green dragon in this Dragon Fae deck is the Chosen One card. It says Chosen One. So that's the 144 as well there. Remember, to be chosen doesn't make you special. It's an energy that's available to many people. And in order to be chosen, you have to choose back. You have to accept. You have to choose it yourself. It's a reciprocal thing. I just split the deck to this door. A knock on the door. A knock on the door. I believe this card speaks of needing to... Oh, and actually there's a little green dragon for you. Another green dragon. This card speaks about reaching out to somebody, I believe, and it's number 33, if that matters to you. Excuse me. I'm getting over a cold right now. Hideki's door. A knock on the door. Opportunities arriving very soon is what Spirit is saying to me now. Opportunities arriving very soon. There is work to be done, I'm called to say. There is work to be done, not necessarily on yourself. Like, the Spirit says collaborate with Spirit. Collaborate with Spirit. So a lot of us, if you're watching this, you've done a lot of work on yourself. You've been doing shadow work. You've been reflecting. You've been journaling. You've been doing all of that. Of course, continue that. But the work that needs to be done is actually more so out in the real world now. Spirit is cheering, the bells are going off, and somebody just said, let's have a party. Maybe we need to celebrate our success as a collective for how far we've come. So the work that needs to be done is out in the world. Collaborate with Spirit out in the world. This means following divine inspiration, trusting that that's Spirit guiding you on this path. The answers are on their way. A brilliant solution is on its way. You have all the resources within you. And the reason I'm holding this card right now, this is on the bottom of the Thoth deck. So the underlying energies overall of this Thoth is the Princess of Cups in reverse. So this lack of emotional abundance, this lack of emotional maturity is also partially what's driving quite a bit of this. So many of us desperately want to be able to go with the flow, and we're learning how to do that. So make sure you have your cup full so that when the sun comes out, you don't dry up. Lean into your emotions and let your mind, like, it's almost like let your mind wander a little bit. Ding, ding, ding. Interesting. Let your mind wander a little bit. See where it goes and just be an observer for once. Try not to judge. Because if you let your mind wander instead of judging and resisting, you might actually understand your belief systems a lot better. You know? Like, if you have a feeling of self-doubt, like, oh, I'm not good enough to get that job. I'm not good enough for that job. And you cut that off and you're like, no, I'm not supposed to be thinking those thoughts. Well, you may be preventing yourself from having the opportunity to actually understand why you have that thought, why that's programmed. Yes, follow the trail of breadcrumbs. So that's going to be for a few of you. Let your mind wander and see where it goes instead of shutting it down and judging everything. All right, so we also channeled sunflowers here. Sunflower, a bee, and a cloud. The sunflower is related to this Queen of Wands. In the traditional tarot, she's often depicted with a sunflower. Sunflower represents strength and resilience, and of course the sun coming in there, okay? There's this, I believe, I don't think it's true, but like, you know how people say, like, sunflowers always face the sun. I'm not convinced that that's actually true. Maybe it is. Maybe it's like some species, but they look at the sun, they're resilient, they're strong, they're always looking up. Very thick stems as well, like the stalks of the plants, once they're dried out, they can be used as poles in the ground to grow beans on and stuff like that. So multi-purpose plant in life and death. Yeah, I feel like this is speaking to the roots that we still have. We still have this resilience. We still have this sunflower, this Sekhmet, this lioness, beautiful power identity, and we're taming it a little bit, or maybe not taming. That feels like the wrong word. We're reworking that energy so that it can harmonize with the other energies instead of fighting them. And the spirit was just saying to me, a cascading effect. Okay, I'm seeing right now like this domino. It's almost like there's this big hand that's just coming down onto this mountain, and it's like, boop, and then the whole world changes. That's like what's happening now. That's like what spirit is doing right now. I just saw 33 on the timer there, reminding us of this card. So there may be an opportunity coming in that seems very, very subtle. Let's get it focused. There may be an opportunity coming in that seems very subtle, that seems insignificant, but it's actually exactly what you need. Boop, to cascade, to domino everything. Come on, lighting, come back. There we go, thank you. It may be exactly what you need. A lamppost was coming in as well, like a street light, with the word soul survivor. Soul survivor in the darkest of nights. And this came in with an energy of one of the songs that I've started writing over the summer. It's called Summer Honey Eyes, about somebody that I really liked who was not available, like emotionally, right? So that comes in, what's coming in there is this feeling of feeling like you're alone in the world because you can't find people who really relate to you. You may feel as you navigate this transition that nobody else is going through it with you, but there are a lot of people. There are a lot of lampposts out there, lights in the night, you know, and once all of them turn on, the entire street becomes illuminated. I feel like that's what we're doing as a collective, you and me, us light workers, grid workers, earth angels, star seeds, all of that. Like, that's what we're doing. The more lights that turn on, the more the path gets illuminated. And remember, we are paving a new road. We are paving a new road. You cannot get to where you need to go right now by forcing yourself into the molds of the past, into the molds of what worked for other people. Because even if it did work for somebody else, it might not work for you. Your frequency is too unique for that, you know? So we're really paving new roads here. We're not just, yeah, I was going to say tried and true. There's certain things. Spirit is saying to me the whole system is falling apart. It's almost like things that, and something just clicked to confirm. It was my hot, I have like a heater thing for my mug. Yum. I'm drinking a tea right now. It has ginseng in it. It's called like Happy Hippie or something like that. I felt called to just tell you that. I have no idea what I was just saying. We're paving the way. The things that are tried and true might not be so much tried and true. They might not be true anymore. Everything's changing. So just do you. Lean into your own authentic frequency, allow spirit to guide you, and trust the freaking process, because it's all brand new. Even for some of our galactic guides, like, it's brand new for everybody. We're building this together. All right. And then this message came in about the words you see affect what you hear. It came in as this strange thing where I heard clairaudiently, closed captioning brought to you by blah, 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 blah. Like, I heard that, closed captioning brought to you by, and it made me think that about how the word that appears on the screen can actually affect what your brain hears, if you've seen those videos, right? So the words that you see affect what you hear. So the question to be asking yourself is, who is doing the closed captioning? Who's writing the words? Because it's affecting the way that your brain processes and interprets information. All right. We might have to pull a card on that, because that feels a little bit nebulous to me. And then the last thing that came in this channeled notes is this explosive release of realizations, epiphanies, and profound insight to humanity. So it feels like there's going to be a lot revealed here. you may have these profound moments, these profound realizations where something just clicks, or you're like, just, it makes sense, you have direction, whatever. There's like explosions going off in the collective right now, these bursts of energy being sent to people. And if you are receptive to that, then you can ride these consciousness waves and partake in whatever transformation, whatever alchemization is available to you through that. And so it feels like our minds are being burst wide open right now with these explosive realizations. Fire, everything's changing. Okay, and the conscious energy on top, I think it's the only card I haven't really showed you yet, is this Princess of Discs. So again, we have this earth energy coming here, and the Princess of Discs is just getting on her way, starting to build something. So this is landing in the conscious spot. Okay, it's in winter and in north. It's the energy that's most prevalent to us. I'm recording this during the season of winter right now. So basically, this is what's happening right now. And you see on her sword, she has a yin-yang symbol. She's working on harmonizing. We have this altar here. She's standing true to her belief system. And she has the forest behind her, working with her, grounding her into her reality, allowing her to become who she will become. And notice her scepter here is shedding light below. She's illuminating the floor there, illuminating the path, and illuminating the subconscious. If we line these two cards up, how they came out, she's like this. She's illuminating the third eye of this woman who's looking for solutions. This you who's evolving, trying to figure it out. The answer is keep doing what you're doing. Keep working on harmony and keep building something. As you build something and as you move forward, you'll continue to clear the path of your sight as well as the physical obstacles in front of you. Beautiful. That was brilliant. Spirit says brilliant, which is the word on here too. Brilliant solution. Brilliant. That is something they definitely wanted you to know. Wow. Allow the work that you're doing in the 3D to manifest spiritually as well. Like, it is as above, so below. We typically think of, oh, it comes from spirit to be manifested into the 3D, but it does go the other way. It does go the other way. Keep working, and you will illuminate this, your third eye. Spirit says spiritual ascension. It's like a spiritual ascension. Okay. Pick up where we left off. I don't know what that means. I wanted to just pull one card. The do-overs. So there's this feeling of, okay, with the cycles. Sorry, I just got a message. Okay. There's this feeling of, with these cycles, the do-overs. So let's get some clarification on what that means, Spirit. What would you like us to know about these do-overs? These karmic cycles, these thought loops that are running in our mind. There's a lot of looping energy here. I'm hearing trailblazers. The path will be set. Just keep moving. Is there anything that we need to know about these do-overs? Wow. Whoa. Honey. Oops. Honey. The High Priestess. Another feminine card. This is the only masculine type of card that's come out, a Hierophant. These are very powerful. Holy Mother. Yes. The Priestess. She is the creatrix. She even wears the crown. This is Hathor's crown up there. That's what it looks like. So, how gorgeous. We are creating a new world. And that's almost like, that's like, Spirit's like, that's all you really need to know. Yes, it is. They confirm, yes, it is. We're building a new world. You're a part of it. Okay. You are the mayor of your new town. We're building it. You are the creatrix. That's what we need to know about these do-overs. Just keep building and you'll naturally get out of any cycles that don't serve you, as long as, yeah, keep awakening and keep doing what you're doing because it's working. It's gotten you here and you're exactly where you need to be. The Hierophant always comes in with this deck to let me know Like, mic drop, that's your freaking message, honey. This is what you're meant to learn. Okay? And the Hierophant also reminds us of who the teacher is. Again, all of the resources that you have are inside. All the lessons, all the wisdom, it's inside. I don't like how the light goes away. It's all inside. So God is a teacher, Spirit is a teacher, Mother Nature is a teacher, but your higher self, your internal wisdom is also teaching you. That's what this card is representing. Beautiful, beautiful hope on the horizons. I feel called to look closer at this. We do have a bull here. This Taurus energy, very prevalent. And whatever that is in that corner here is just like sticking out to me. Whatever weird gargoyle lion type of thing that is. I don't know. But it's really sticking out to me, like a lot. I don't know what that is. Okay, we're harmonizing the two. Spirit says, get your paintbrushes ready. You get your paintbrushes ready. There's this feeling of like there's a lot that's about to be pouring out of you. Is the light okay? There's a lot that's about to be pouring out of you. There's a lot that's about to be gifted to you, granted to you. Like, oh my gosh, and I just split the deck here to this Tower, okay? We're changing. We really are. More and more confirmation. The old systems, this old world is falling away. We're building the new earth. Yeah, it's going to be rocky because everything that we knew, that we thought we knew, is like literally falling away beneath our feet. But again, this eye is highlighted. The path will be clear. And it's for the best. And we have birds in both of these here. This dove, speaking of freedom. Freedom. Free fall. Free fall. God to the devil said, hey, why you been calling this way? It's like 2 a.m. and the cars on Free fall, Paris Paloma. Free fall, it's called free fall. Free fall. That's what Spirit said. You don't need to know everything. You just need to keep doing what you're doing. Free fall. Free fall. My gosh, all of these beautiful cards. I was just flipping some around because they got all crazy and shuffled. Look how many amazing cards are coming out for you, beautiful soul. Like, look at this. The frickin' sun. This is the strength card. Oh, I can't show you that. Gosh. I need to do something because I don't want to draw on my cards. Strength. It's strength. The strength and the sun. Strength and the sun. Everything is gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Oh, thank you for being here. I love you so much. I really hope that this helped bring you some clarity. Please know that we are freaking in this together. Like, we really are headed for this unity. We really are. We are in this together. Spirit says there's more that we have to say, but I'm gonna do it in another video because this one's already getting a little bit long. So maybe we'll just pick off where we left off and see what else Spirit has to say. Oh, there's a tornado. Something about a tornado. Okay. I love you all so much. I'm so proud of you for making it this far. I love you all so much. And I hope that I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this. I did. It's so freaking powerful. It's so freaking powerful. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay. Bye.